This is chapter 3, and this is Professor Jack. Thank you for viewing my video lectures one more time. I was intrigued with going back to chapters ago with chapter 1 and the sociological trend. And what we have in this chapter, we have chapter 3, which is a chapter. The chapter is titled Understanding Marriage and Family Dynamics. And this chapter is great because it allows you to understand and analyze the sociological trend a little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by saying that in this chapter we're going to cover frameworks, okay? Conceptual frameworks help describe different perspectives on couples and family dynamics. Conceptual frameworks allows you to imagine different dynamics that exist in American families, right? Therefore, this allows you to understand how and why certain characteristics or dynamics work, as well as to understand differences between families, right? And this allows you to understand the sociological trend better. We have 6 frameworks, okay? Family system, symbolic interaction, feminist, family strengths, social construction, and family development, okay? So one by one, we're going to cover each one by one, okay? Very briefly. The first one is family system theory. Now, is this theory applicable? Is this family system applicable to you? Focus on the family as a system of interdependent parts. How about the next one? How about the next framework, which is the let's see, it's the symbolic interaction framework, which examines the internal perceptions of family members and how they learn social rules and roles. Is this one that is applicable to you? Do you see yours abiding by this idea or this framework? Or how about the feminist perspective or framework? Focuses on the world as women perceive it, aims to empower women in all aspects of their lives. Is this the type of family you live in? Or maybe this is the most applicable to your condition? How about family development framework? Examines how couples and family change across the life cycle. Is this another one? It's a good one, but is this one that best identifies or describes the conditions or the type of family you live in? How about the social construction framework? Examining the importance of multiple perspectives on reality and their use in helping families meet their goals more effectively. Is this a framework you could go and utilize in your family type or way of life or the way you live your life among family members? How about a family strengths framework, which focuses on the positive characteristics of healthy families and couples? So, whatever your situation is in terms of the family you live by or the conditions that you find yourself in, these frameworks are good to have. They're good to use to identify the type of family you have at this very time, right? Okay, family theorists have identified 3 basic qualities that make couples and families stronger, starting with cohesion, how flexible family members are and how much they communicate, okay? And the 3 concepts are central to the family system theory and the other frameworks that we discussed earlier, right? They use these 3 levels to understand families, and also they're applicable to the frameworks, right? Starting with cohesion, flexibility, and communication. I have a definition there for you, kind of an explanation that because of time I can't go one by one, right? Cohesion, flexibility, and communication, they're central. In other words, they are the main characteristics, the main ingredient to each of the frameworks, right? One framework may be, the strength would be more on flexibility than communication, while the other one would be on communication more than cohesion, and so on, right? Marriage facts. Now we have slides that present facts and help you understand the sociological trend a little bit better. Here are some marriage facts that I have for you. Surveys and our studies over the years indicate that the majority of Americans think their marriages and families are doing well and that their lives are generally satisfying. Another fact is that recent research indicates that people who are married or are in sustained relationship with their sexual partner express greater satisfaction with their sexual activity than those who are not. Then also that only about 25% of all family households are composed of married couples with 1 or more children under the age of 18. How about those facts there? Can you speak against those facts? Do you have anything that contradicts these facts, right? And I have the source there, okay? That it was not necessarily a source, but the statistics that help you understand the facts and perhaps even give validity to these facts. Divorce facts, and these are straight out of the book, okay? Adult children of divorced parents are less likely to dissolve their own marriages than they were 2 decades ago. Whoa. About half the people marrying today will probably divorce at some time in their lives, often because they enter marriage with unrealistic expectations. Many marry the wrong person, marry for the wrong reasons, or marry or have few skills to deal with the many challenges of marriages. So they're completely unprepared when they enter marriage. They do not understand what marriage is about. Couples who already have children at the beginning of their marriages are more likely to divorce than those who do not. Okay? Step parenting is tremendous sometimes, right? In 1993, only 26% of all family households were composed of married couples with one or more children under the age of 18. These are divorce facts that allow you to understand the sociological trend a little bit better. Okay? So now we have cohabitation facts. These are three characteristics of the sociological trend, you guys, okay? On cohabitation, we have that opponents of cohabitation usually argue that living together in this fashion is unstable and hence harmful. According to one argument, the total and unconditional commitment of marriage strengthens a couple's bonds and makes the partner feel more secure, more relaxed, and happier than those that have chosen to cohabit. Census data show that the marriage rate has gone down by about 1/3 since 1960. There were about 73% marriages out of 1,000 unmarried women age 15 and up, whereas the rate in the late 1990s was about 49 per 1,000. People under the age of 45 are more likely to cohabit than those are older than 45. Okay, so and then of course the other fact, these are important into understanding the sociological trend and how and why families have been changing over the years. Apply to this sociological trend the frameworks, and the framework would apply to the present time. Nowadays we have a lot more people cohabiting than the people that are married, or the people that are marrying, right? Children born out of wedlock and so on. So my question to you is how stable this lifestyle is in terms of family unity, right? And will the framework serve to cure or aid you from the situation or conditions that you live by, especially if abuse is present? Okay? Three characteristics then that we discussed, right? And I gave you facts for these, right? High divorce rates, cohabitation, and of course children born out of wedlock, right? And low marriage rates per year. I mean, the amount of people divorcing every year, is it higher than the amount of people that are getting married every year? And of course, children born out of wedlock is straight out talking about cohabitation, right? I mean, maybe they're not cohabiting, which then would be worse. I mean, if people don't cohabit, it was just a one night stand, then there's a lot less responsibility then, right? Now, explain how to counter these three definite facts, okay? And tell me how, or imagine how we would be able to solve this family crisis, if you want to call it like that. Okay, and of course I'm not asking you to do this. I'm not asking you to call me and to explain to me. It's just a trivial question. But anyways, this is great. It was just a thought. Today was just a thought, but of course it's chapter 3. Thank you very much for being with me. This is Jack. Bye bye.